Jim, I thought you'd be gone by now.
Oh, yeah, Dave. I guess I'm running a little late. I can't seem to find the paperwork I got from dispatch this morning.
Let me take a look. There it is, in the front seat.
Oh, yeah, I guess I missed it.
Are you feeling okay? You seem a little out of it.
I'm fine. I'm just running a little bit behind. Don't worry. I've got plenty of time to make my first delivery.
You know, Jim, it's not just today. You seem to be running behind a lot lately. You used to be Mr. Reliable, and recently you've been late getting started on your routes. Your paperwork has become a problem for the office. You just seem to be off your game. Look, I'll send another driver to complete your route today. I need you to come to the office.
I'm sure I can do better, Dave.
No,
just give me a chance.
Let's just discuss it in the office.
From this conversation, we can conclude that Dave has touched on at least two important elements of the reasonable suspicion process. First, he's observed that Jim is behaving in an uncharacteristic way. In fact, today's encounter serves to confirm earlier observations. Having observed Jim's behavior in the past and confirmed those observations in today's encounter, Dave has moved the conversation to a private setting.
Jim, over the last few weeks, I've observed significant changes in your performance. You've been late a number of times, not only on your routes, but with your paperwork, and frankly, your appearance is not as professional as it used to be. These problems today just confirm what's been going on for a long time.
I'm sure I can do better. I'm just a little tired lately.
Having shared his observations with the driver, our supervisor moves on to confronting the issue head on.
The bottom line is I'm sending you for reasonable suspicion drug and alcohol testing.
You think I'm using drugs?
I don't know if you're using drugs or not, but I'm sending you for testing. I'll set it up with the test facility and have Alan drive you over. It's company policy that you can't drive yourself. Would you wait here?
Okay, but I don't use drugs.
Having completed the difficult task of confronting Jim, Dave arranges for the test to take place at a certified testing facility. Next, Dave spends time documenting his observations and his actions while they are still fresh in his mind. The regulations require that the determination of reasonable suspicion be based on specific, contemporaneous, and articulable observations. Let's break this down. Contemporaneous means the observations occur in the moment while the behaviors are taking place. And articulable means that you can clearly describe what you have observed. So Dave must be specific when documenting appearance, behavior, speech patterns, or odors that triggered him to send Jim for testing. This documentation is required for both alcohol tests and controlled substances tests. It must be completed within 24 hours of the observed behavior or before the test results are released, whichever is earlier. Also, the supervisor or company official who made the observations must sign the documentation. The regulations are specific about the requirements for a reasonable suspicion test. This means that you can't send a driver for testing because you have a gut feeling that the driver may be abusing alcohol or using controlled substances. And you can't send a driver for testing if someone else tells you that they think a driver should be sent for testing. You must make the observations yourself, and you must be prepared to describe these observations in a way that can be part of the documentation. Let's look at another scenario where a supervisor must make a reasonable suspicion testing decision.